into the draft here for game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, and like you did mention, the legacy is there for the Aether main organization. They're gonna be starting off the batting with the Leomord. Pretty standard, in my opinion. This is something that whenever picked, we've seen a lot of success throughout the day. But yeah, my expectations for this best
Your
of
team
3, we're
is
both
banning.
expecting it to be quite close.
Yeah, potentially we might see another 3-game series here, but of course our Aether main or ArkAngel owners, they want that sweet 2-0 scoreline so that they can get 3 points from their own, so that they can bump their score up the scoreboard.
Yeah, and you know, if this follows the trend throughout the day, the games today have been very close, in my opinion, and it just shows you the level that these teams are playing at, because like you did say, anything could
Your
happen,
team
as
is
Joe
banning.
will be the next ban here from Aether main.
And they gotta have to ban Claude, so which means Aether main's gonna be picking up Brock as soon as possible. If they don't ban out Claude, then ban out Brock instead, it's might be a different story here, because Aether main's gonna have to work around. Okay,
Your
Hellcurt being
team
banned.
is picking.
Claude's open, he can be taken.
Maybe, okay, interesting that ArkAngel would go for the Hellcurt back, considering he hasn't had the best results throughout the day. We got a lot of close stuff here, but you know, something we haven't had today is a win from a team running that Hellcurt and the split push.
Yeah, and so far we've had a 100% lose rate on that Hellcurt, but you know, it opens up the Claude. Claude's gonna be picked up here by Aether main without a shadow of a
Your
doubt.
team is
Now the
picking.
3 big tanks here in the meta is gonna be way open for ArkAngel owners to pick. They can pick up Grok, then pick up Akai.
Yeah, and of course, you won't leave something as strong as the Claude available unless you had some sort of plan to deal with him. And I think you call it properly. This is the Grok, this is the Akai. ArkAngel only just gonna pick up those 2
Your team is
big tanks
picking.
to frontline for them.
Yeah, and ArkAngel Onage, if they want to have a solid counter against Claude, it's gonna look weird, but Clint is a viable counter against that Claude, just because of Clint being able to just dwindle out the movement speed, to slow down Claude, so to speak.
I'm not seeing Quint just yet, though it is the Harley and the Alice on the side of Aether main is locked in. Now, how does ArkAngel
Your team
Onage follow
is
up
picking.
on their tanks? Because we know these 2 heroes do have that setup available for their side, but not much damage. And normally when you have the setup, you want that follow up to your engage. Let's see what ArkAngel decide to go for.
Yeah, and they could go for Kagura. They need 1 more burst damage here. They could potentially go for Gushin as well. Gushin is wide open here. That's what's lacking so far in this lineup, ArkAngel lineup, and we do see Gushin being picked up. And there goes the Martis, actually. So it opens up Kagura for Aether main. That's going to be a no-brainer
Your
for
team
Aether main.
is picking.
Get Lolita as well. Might be the next call here for Aether main.
You know, looking at the lineup of Aether main, and they're looking fairly squishy, in my opinion. Not that big of a front line when you compare it to ArkAngel Onage, but yeah, you did say something about the Kagura being possible for Aether main. Not gonna look like that though. They're hovering something very different from Kagura.
Okay, so it's a Hylos and Akaja. So the lack of CCs in the first 3 picks finally got remedied there. So yeah, their
Your
primarily
team
damage
is
dealer is going to
picking.
be Harley and Claude. So yeah, it makes sense that they wouldn't need another damage dealer there. But Kagura is going to be picked up here by ArkAngel Onage instead. They already have the play setter that is Akai, and the walls are going to be brought up here by Grok. So it's just going to be the 3 main damage dealers here on Gushin, on Martis, and on Kagura. But they're going to opt to go for carry instead.
Is that the right call though for ArkAngel Onage? We'll have to wait and see though.
Yeah, we do have to wait and see, but time and time again, if you pick up carry, you're automatically dictating the tempo, wherein we just want to last until the late game so that carry is going to go online. So we might have ourselves a long game here once again. But Aether main, they have potentially a good spike, a good scaling here from the early game towards the late game with that Harley and that Claude as well.
Yeah, I'd say both teams do definitely have the tools to, you know, fight against each other. You know, very similar in the sense where they have the setup, they have the damage as well. It's just a matter of who gets to use who on who first once the game does go on.
Yeah, it's rotations is gonna be the name of the game here. Some 200 IQ plays from both these teams might be in store for us in this best of 3 series because these teams in the scoreboard, if I'm not mistaken, they're relatively even in terms of score points. So we are gonna have a close game here, with Aether main being the bit more experienced team here. Might be a different outcome, but ArkAngel Orange still has the firepower, still has the win condition within themselves, not even within the draft of getting a win over Aether main. But yeah, we're gonna dive in straight to game number 1 in this best of 3 series between Aether main and ArkAngel Orange. And of course, this is the road to the Nationals, and this is the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Season 2 regular season.
Yeah, let's see who dictates the tempo here. This is game 1 of a best of 3. Of course, a lot of things could go down. Level 1 though, just gonna go for the standard clears, gonna get your own goal, your own experience. So waiting on them to get more levels, more access to abilities, and then we fight.
And then we fight in, which is typically going to happen before the 4-minute mark, before the 3-minute mark even, depending on how well they farm. But so far, it's looking pretty standard for both of these teams.
What is standard? Anyway, you know, we haven't seen that many of the unorthodox picks here. Most of these heroes have been trending throughout the day.
And all of these teams are just going for the standard meta picks. What's gonna set them apart is the way that they're just gonna, you know, change the playstyle altogether. You know, with Claude being picked up quite relatively recently, he's slowly becoming an easy counter for everyone, so to speak. He's able to be countered, not able to shine through just like before, but as we were talking about that, there was a first blood there over at the top lane. Here on the mid lane, though, it's a different story altogether. Aether main looking like they are in the back foot there of that fight, but they are able to disengage just in time.
Yeah, Aether main actually getting a pick off in ArkAngel Orange's own jungle, but the pick-off didn't happen the same time the turtle spawned, so they're not going to instantly go towards that objective right after the pick-off. But that's still very good gold over to their side. The 3-man squad of Aether main just trying to punish ArkAngel Orange. Now I see a lot of level 4s on the side of Aether main.
Yeah, they're going to go for an engagement there. That Divine Judgment is going to connect on the Fuzzican, and he's going to fall down. That's one tank out of the equation. Lussie is incredibly low as well, so they do not want to go for that engagement.
Yeah, and I like the choice there by Aether main. The decision to go for that fight, knowing that they have the advantage because they have those ultimates available. Pull somebody in. Now, ArkAngel Orange just going to be forced to go back here.
Yeah, ArkAngel Orange needs to play not completely passive, but they just need to make sure that they don't die out quite easily, not get caught off guard by this Aether main gank squad that's been all across the map in the early game.
Yeah, I'd say respectful would be the way that ArkAngel Orange has to play here. They are quite behind by quite a bit here already after those 2 kills, but they can't sit back and just let Aether main dictate the pace of this game. They need to try and find those openings for them to punish.
And speaking of openings, I think this is going to be an opening for a dive here over the top turret. EJ and LeBron, they're looking really bad here in this position. Fuzzican and Lusty, they can dive in. Lusty has the Hurricane Dance, but opted to not go and initiate. Instead, they're going to go for the turtle. Over here in the bottom lane, though, Carbonado looking to defend the top lane. And they're going to try to steal the turtle here, but no, ArkAngel Orange is going to secure that. Bottom lane is going to be pushed out as a response. But and Carbonado is going to be dwindled down. You know, his HP all red and then suddenly all yellow, then all gone.
That's carbonara for dinner, if I can say so myself. There's the 3 members of Aether main taking him down, but the turtle did go over to ArkAngel, so that is at least a bit of gold and experience over to their side now. Where does Aether main decide to go here? They've already opened up the map quite a bit with that tower being taken down on the bottom half of the map.
And it looks like they're going to try to go for the top side of the map as well. They're trying to force back Martis to, you know, open up the top jungle because that is where the turtle is going to spawn next. While that's happening, they're going to try to look for openings here, both of these teams.
Okay, I see a lot of members of Aether around this top side tower. They seem to want to go for a dive, but would you want to dive a very tanky person such as the rock person?
The Garok person?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he can rock the show all by himself. Garok Obama. Okay, going back into the game, the turtle is gonna be spawning really soon here. And we do see a heavy presence there by Aether main over the top side.
I don't think diving Grok is the best idea.
And never going to be a best idea. Would you dive straight into a rock?
No, I mean face first, no.
But would you still dive straight into a rock?
If I was paid high enough, I would.
That's up for debate. Well, not really up for debate. Who would dive straight into a rock?
I mean, if I were to dive straight into a rock and it wouldn't kill me, and I do it for money. As we see a wall being built here.
And that's the Grok actually diving straight at you. Trying to get EJ there on that high loss, but no follow-throughs whatsoever. Over the bottom lane though, CKDD dropping in dangerously low. That Claude is going to be able to survive as well. And this is going to be a dive by Aether main, finally getting that Martis out of the equation. And this is actually going to be another contestant here over to the bottom lane. Lusty dropping really low on HP. He has a Hurricane Dance. He can spin to win, but that's not going to happen. Kenji, low on HP, is able to survive. And this bottom lane is going to be open for contestation, but that top lane instead is going to be taken by Aether main.
Oh, that's a big win for Aether main, winning both sides of the map. Now, Grok needs to run away here, and it was very close to being the first death on the side of Aether main, but in the end, just the survival there from Aether main. They're going to take everything, actually. And look at the massive gold swing here already for Aether main.
Yeah, 5,000 gold lead. And let's also take in consideration that Aether main has yet to die in this matchup.
Yeah, so far working on that perfect game. So looking very possible, not giving up any towers, any objectives. Let's see though, Aether main. This 3-man squad has really been walking around ArkAngel's jungle over and over.
For a second, you're gonna get caught off guard there, but good thing you're a rock.
Who wants a rock, right?
Yeah, who wants a rock?
You know, on any other member, they would have gone for Divine Judgment and just pulled them back, but not Grok.
Well, speaking of Divine Judgment, Carbonata, they want some dinner here. They do get Carbonata out of the equation. Lusty is gonna spin a win with that Hurricane Dance. Will be able to shut down Changu there, and this is going to be a all-out offensive here by Aether main and ArkAngel Onage. Rotations coming in left and right, but the HPs are dropping dangerously low for both of these teams, so they're going to have to disengage.
Yeah, the first death being given up there by Aether main, but it's still them coming out on top in the end. They just force the members of ArkAngel back. They're going to pick up a tower as well. That's their 4th of the game. They're going to disengage now and just... They're not going to give any opportunities to ArkAngel.
Looks like the dream will not be real for Aether main. This is not going to be a perfect game for them, but nonetheless, this is a good momentum swing for them. It's we're almost reaching the 10,000 gold lead here for Aether main. Just a couple more, there's 2 more thousands. They're going to be there, but ArkAngel is still pretty much in the fight. They can still scale really well in the late game. But that carry, though, needs to rack up the kills. 0 and 2 so far. Gonna be a problem.
And the problems are constantly growing here on the side of ArkAngel, but do they have the solutions? That is our question. As the game goes longer, the solutions will present themselves. But right now, Aether main very much in control as...
Whoa, that's actually going to be a counter engagement onto Lusty and CKTD. And this is everyone from the side of Aether going to try to get this tier 2 turret in the bottom lane. That's going to be the dump in by Lusty. No connections on the Hurricane Dance. They just do destroy the turret, and the HPs of ArkAngel Onage are dropping dangerously low. That's a mega kill for LeBron. Gets a double kill. Crip gets a kill onto his own. TKTD and Carbonara, the only person that are going to be defending this bottom lane push, and they are pushing really well, and I think Aether main is looking for a GG push opportunity here.
Aether main just gonna show the respect there and not gonna push for, not gonna greed for anything else, even though it was 5v2 on the map. They know they can rotate and take a different objective. Lord is already available for them if they choose to, but man, that looked like Aether main could have actually ended if they went for the push.
Yeah, there was still 15 seconds left for the next couple of heroes to respawn for ArkAngel Onage. They could dwindle down the HP of the base for until half HP maybe even.
Okay, now Aether main, they are gonna reset here. They don't need to play towards the bottom half of the map. The minions will do the work for them. Now they can pressure ArkAngel by threatening taking this Lord down. Look at the setup here. LeBron with his Lakers.
Oh no, Lembut. Red HP turned to gone HP. Lusty as well.
Monster kill.
That's another kill for Aether main. Not surprising there. They stayed in the bush, camped really well, and then got a kill.
It's a really nice party brush now. Okay, Groxer's gonna walk up and not die.
Yeah, of course.
he
He's
spoke
a
too soon.
oh, look at that.
Mega kill.
No longer a problem here. They can dive straight into the face of a rock without any problems. And ArkAngel Onage is just auditioning. They're diving in one by one.
They need to audition as a group.
They need to audition as a group. More chances of winning that way. But nope, Lord's gonna be taken. Gonna be spawned really soon. This tier 3 turret is gonna fall down on the side of ArkAngel Onage, but this is going to be a heavy contestation by them. But the burst damage from Aether main is just there, without a shadow of a doubt. Lembot on that Mart is gonna try to look for a kill, but his main playsetter is no longer in the equation here, and this turret is gonna fall down just because of that claw's attack speed, and the emotes are coming out.
Oh, Lembot's trying to defend, but LeBron's just way fed at this point. He even gets a kill.
And he even dived straight in, even though he got aggroed by the core. This middle lane is gonna go down. This entire base is wide open for ArkAngel Onage. A miracle's gonna be needed here.
Yeah, that base is way exposed. Aether main just gonna go for the final push here. ArkAngel only trying to hold on, but hold on to what? This is the point of the game where you look. Game 2, what do we do?
Just let go of this game and just go to the next game. Have a fresh new mindset. That's a 1-0 victory by Aether main. That's resounding. That's a resounding victory. I think they only died twice. They died twice in that game.
Who takes MVP here? LeBron.
LeBron. 8-0-6 on that, Harley? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were expecting that game actually to be closer than it actually was, but seems like Aether main will be going 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, there's a potential for a 3-game series here. Game number 2 might be a different story.
You know, I like how we were both expecting quite a long game, considering the trend of the games we've had today.
Yeah, it's a bit refreshing.